Well, we want to welcome you to Game 3 of the Bloomfield 50th Christmas Tournament. Tonight, Game 3, Tommy, we have Portageville seated third, taking on the host Bloomfield Wildcats. Could be a pretty good ball game.
I think so. I tell you what, this Bloomfield bunch will battle you.
Yep.
And we know what a Jim Bidwell coach team will do. But Bloomfield, I believe Bloomfield will hold their own.
Everybody talks about Jim Bidwell, and he is one heck of a coach. He does a lot of things right. Plays great fundamentally sound. His teams play great fundamentally sound basketball because he expects defense. He expects very few turnovers. He expects 100% out of all of his players that hit the floor. On the other hand, Dave Lanning, the new head coach at Bloomfield, and I'm very impressed with this young man. He has a system, and his guys are starting to buy into it, and we're gonna see a good ball club out of Bloomfield.
I think so, and I'm very impressed with the way Bloomfield coach is doing. They stick with him. He's going to build this program back the way we're used to the Bloomfield teams being. And you know, Bloomfield, anytime they hit the floor, they're going to play you hard. And they're going to Portageville better have all guns blazing, or they'll go over on the other side of the bracket.
Well, Bloomfield has Portageville has a freshman in Coney Ely, who is wearing jersey number 32, and everything I hear, everybody has seen him play, says he is a tremendous ball player, tremendous, just a good, fundamentally sound basketball player, just very natural.
That's what I hear about him.
So we're going to get to see him play. The referees this game tonight will be Bill Davis, also Mark Mars, and Richard Payne. They'll be the three refs that will be calling this game, and starting lineups will be coming shortly. Tommy, we've had the first and second seed, Malden and Donovan, had no problems in winning their games, and it was, both of those teams were hitting on all cylinders.
That's
right. The other teams that played there, East Carter, very young, sophomores and juniors. You had Richland, good, basic, fundamentally sound ball club.
That's right, and you know, the longer the day goes, the teams become closer seeded, and the games will get closer. And,
yep.
But it's like you say, Richland's a young team, basically pretty sound, and they're going to win some games.
Well, we want to tell everybody that we have Eric Kendricks on our camera today, and does a great job for us. Also, we have Joe Northern and Travis Gregory. They'll be keeping stats for us tonight in this game, and Terry Turlington and Jim Hall. I listened to the last quarter. I filmed that game for them, the previous game, and I want to tell you, those two guys know basketball.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, Channel 21's lucky to have two men of that caliber help us, and we certainly appreciate that.
Well, we may be doing our last game.
Well, they may kick us out. That may be right, Bill.
People may say, hey, put those two guys on. They know what they're talking about. But
it's almost like getting beat by Donovan or Malden. If we get put out by Terry Turlington and Jim Hall, we got put out by two pretty good ones.
You're exactly right. Jim's starting to fill up. Very early yet. Only 2 games played. And we're way ahead of schedule on time.
Yes, we are.
Because this game was not scheduled to start till, I believe, 1 o'clock, and we're about 25 minutes ahead. So anytime you can get ahead on a 8-game schedule, you're doing good.
That's right. Well, both of the first 2 games, both of them had the mercy rule in the fourth quarter, and that helps it along quite a little bit.
Well, they're getting ready to introduce the starting lineups, and we'll wait till Stan Durham, the public address announcer, gives that. He and Lonnie Hutchison, they've seen a lot of ball games here.
Have.
Oh, a lot of games. Do a great job.
They do a great job. You're right.
Dave Lanning, the head coach for Bloomfield, assisted by Ryan Garnett. Kyle Williamson, a 6-foot junior, wearing number 22. He'll start. Also, David Clary, a 5'9 senior, number 24. Number 25, Cody Smith, a 5'7 senior. Number 42, John Monroe, a 6-foot senior. And Kurt Dumey, a 6'4 senior, wearing number 50. He is your state president of the Missouri Beta Club. Portageville Bulldogs, coached by Jim Bidwell, assisted by Ron Riddle and Mike Lewis. Starting, wearing number 4, a senior, Leonard Boyd. Number 3 is Jacob Essex. He's a junior. Number 15, Marcus Green. He's a senior. We have number 5, Mikey Johnson, a junior. And number 14, Trey Mosby, a senior. That is your starting lineups for Portageville. Portageville comes into this game, Tommy, 5-0, undefeated. Bloomfield comes in with a record of 4-3. Both teams winning record. Portageville has yet to have a loss. And like we say, if you beat a Jim Bidwell team, you beat something.
You bet you. You bet you have. Well, I'll tell you what, that Bloomfield team's going to get after them.
I expect this to be a good ball game. I really do. I may be surprised, but I expect it to be a good game. Kirk Demme to jump for the Bloomfield Wildcats. Marcus Green for the Portageville Bulldogs. Mark Mars to toss the ball up. We're underway in game number 3. Ball kicked in the back court tipped in the back court to Cody Smith of the Bloomfield Wildcats. Ball tipped out of bounds by Jacob Estes of Bloomfield. Kyle Williamson from the corner puts up a 12-footer, no good. Rebounded that time of the Portageville Bulldogs. Off and running is Trey Mosby. He drives in. We're going to have a foul that time on Cody Smith of the Bloomfield Wildcats. That's his first foul of the game. Ball inbounded to Green. Green with a turnaround shot off the backboard, no good. Tipped out of bounds by the Portageville Bulldogs. Turned over to the Bloomfield Wildcats.
Well, both teams look like come out in a man-to-man. Portageville dropping back, picking them up half court. Kicked into Demme. Demme loses off his leg, back to Portageville. Both of them getting jitters out. They'll get on track in a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Portageville brings the ball down. Looking around, looking for somebody to pass to. Kicks it over on the left side.
Mosby with a basketball for the Portageville team. Bloomfield in a man-to-man. Ball down the corner to Boyd. Boyd drives in and falls down. The ball tipped off of John Monroe's hands of the Bloomfield Wildcats, out of bounds. Portageville will control under their own basket. Inbounding the ball will be Boyd. Kicks the ball out to Estes. Over to Johnson. Johnson inside to Boyd. Boyd puts up a turnaround jump shot. No good. Kirk Demme with the rebound. No score. Just under 7 minutes to go in this first period of game number 3 between Bloomfield and Portageville. Ball thrown inside to Kirk Demme, and that's way Bloomfield, the last 2 times we've seen them, they've been wanting to go inside to the big man. Foul that time on number 15, Marcus Green, his first, Portageville's first. David Clary inbound, throws clear out to Cody Smith. Smith with the basketball to Williamson. Williamson on outside the three-point line. Tries to throw over, and the ball tipped away by Mosby. Mosby still has the ball for the Portageville Bulldogs. Oh, nice jump shot put up out there, but missed by Mikey Johnson. Rebounded by the Wildcats. Smith with the basketball. Still no score. 6.5 minutes to go in this first period of play between Portageville and Bloomfield. David Clary for Bloomfield with the basketball. Gives to Monroe. Monroe way out. Kicks the ball over and out of bounds. Trying to hit Smith over there. Threw the ball out of bounds. Inbounding the ball for the Portageville Bulldogs be Mikey Johnson.
Portageville's kicked that defense up a little bit, caused that turnover.
They know how to play defense.
Yes, they do. Number 14 is a good player.
Not their first rodeo.
No, it's not.
Boyd with the basketball. Over to Green. Green inside the lane, puts up a 10-footer, scores it.
Shoots that little left-hand jump shot. He's going to be hard to stop in there.
First points of the game with 5:50 to go in the first period. It's Portageville 2, Bloomfield 0. Clary with the basketball across the timeline. Ball really, Clary puts up a 3. No good. Rebound. Monroe puts it up. No good. Rebound that time by Mosby. Portageville off and running. Mosby still with the basketball. Tries a baseline, looks for someone inside, can't get to him. Ball off of Williamson's hands. Out of bounds to Bloomfield under their basket. Coming in for Portageville is their freshman Coney Ely. And also Aaron Kershaw. Going out is Green and Estes.
We're going to get our first look at this freshman we've heard so much about.
Boyd to inbound the basketball. Boyd's a tall young man.
Yes, he is. Well-built young man.
Yep. Boyd with the hook shot, scores it. Leonard Boyd inside, 4-0 with 5:20 to go in the first period. Portageville on top. We've got a foul on Leonard Boyd that time. Push off on Kirk Dumey.
Bloomfield's wanting to get that ball into Dumey.
Oh, yeah.
I don't blame him. That's what I'd want to do, too.
Terrell Jones coming in. Going out is Leonard Boyd. Foul at time on Boyd. His first. Portageville's second. Clary inbound the basketball. Ball tipped out of bounds there by Ely. Boy, he's a good-looking kid.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Oh, he's tall. He's got good arms on him. He looks like a basketball player.
Yeah, he does. He's going to have his work cut out for him. Dumey will work him over in there.
Smith with the basketball to Williamson. Williams out top of the key. Portageville has really picked up the defense.
Sure have.
Smith from outside for three, no good. Rebound McClary for Bloomfield. He put the ball on the floor. It's going to be tied up by Ely. Alternate possession goes to the Portageville Bulldogs. Mosby with the basketball. 5 minutes to go. First period. Portageville on top of Bloomfield, 4-0. Jim Biden will call timeout, and he does not like the way his offense is set up. Look at that.
He sure doesn't. He's going to get their attention a little bit, I believe.
With timeout on the floor with 4:54 to go in the first period, it's Portageville 4, Bloomfield 0.
Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods. Call Kenneth Store at 888-6678 or Lloyd Rice at 576-4471. Nike, Adidas, Russell, any and all kinds of major brand names and your favorite sporting goods. New location in Kennett at 1300 Industrial Drive. That's Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods in Kennett. We're wearing vests tonight from Skeeter Kell. Give them a call or stop by the Kennett store for all your sporting goods needs.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think Coach Biden will kind of like what his Bulldogs were doing. He makes some adjustment. That's a Jim Bidwell team. He sees something, he calls timeout, and I guarantee you they'll be adjusting. If they don't, somebody else will be coming in.
Yeah, they were learning something right there. Portageville to take the ball out. Bloomfield late coming out of the huddle. Bloomfield in a stack on the throw-in. Give the ball to Ely. He gives the ball over to Johnson. Johnson with the basketball. Out front to Jones. Jones to Ely. Ely with a spin move. Kicks the ball over to Jones. Jones back out front to Kershaw. Kershaw to Ely. To Johnson. Boy, look at that offense they're running. I mean, they're screening
they
inside,
sure
aren't they? Ely with the basketball is going to drive in. Drives all the way in. Puts it off the rim. No good. Ball picked up there by John Monroe. He gives the ball to Smith. Smith to Williamson. Smith with the basketball deep in the corner. Puts up a shot from the corner, scores it.
Nice shot.
Cody Smith, first two for Bloomfield. 4-2 with 4 minutes to go in the first period. Portageville on top. Johnson with the basketball. Gives it to Jones. Jones to Ely. Ely to Kershaw. Kershaw over to Jones, who put up the shot. Missed it, but there's a foul on the play. Foul that time on Kirk Dumey. His first, Bloomfield's second. Both teams with two fouls. Going to the line to shoot two is going to be the freshman, Coney Ely. First one is up. Good form.
Good form.
Scores it.
He made a nice move out there a while ago when he dished it off. I thought he'd take it to the hole.
Right.
Freshman looks good.
T.J. Smith, Jr. in for Portageville. Second shot, rips it. 6-2, Portageville on top. Going out that time was Trey Mosby for Portageville Bulldogs. Smith with the basketball, going to drive, thought about it. Quick, throws the ball over to Monroe. Monroe, no good. Rebound up high that time was Doomey with a reverse, no good. Ball tipped out of bounds by Portageville Bulldogs. Bloomfield will maintain possession. Coming back into the game for Portageville is Marcus Green. Going out is Terrell Jones. Clary to inbound. Looks for Doomey. Doomey has it. He's surrounded. He's going to go up with it. Scores it.
Nice move.
Kirk Doomey, his first bucket. 6-4. 3:25 to go in the first period. Portageville on top. Smith has the ball taken away. Williamson's going to drive the length of the floor. Puts it up. No good. Rebound that time by Ely. Ely over to Green. Green quickly to Johnson. Johnson drives in. Puts it up. No good. Rebound far in there. Portageville gets it. Green comes back in with a shot. No good. Williamson comes away with it for Bloomfield. They're off and running. Now he's going to pull it back. Gives the ball to Smith. A lot of action right there.
A lot of action.
Both ends of the floor. Ball pitched in to Doomey off his fingertips. Portageville will control as Green has the ball and gives it over to Kershaw. Kershaw to Smith. Smith to Ely.
Oh, nice
beautiful pass inside, and it's going to be a foul as he goes up with the shot is Aaron Kershaw. Foul that time on David Clary, his first. Going the line to shoot two is going to be Aaron Kershaw. Kershaw's first shot up. No, just a little short. 6-4. Portageville on top with 2:39 to go in this first period. Just what we expected.
That's
slow
right.
game.
Yeah.
Second shot short. Ball tipped out of bounds by Bloomfield Wildcats. Portageville will maintain control. Ely out. In for him is Leonard Boyd for Portageville. Kershaw inbounds to Johnson. Bloomfield still in a man-to-man. Ball to Green. Green from 14 out. No good. Clary with a rebound. Smith with the basketball for the Wildcats. To Monroe. Monroe to Clary. Clary from three. No good. It's an air ball. Williamson tries to save it. It comes back inbounds to the Portageville Bulldogs as Smith has it. Gives it over to Johnson. Johnson down the right side of the floor. Picks it up. Throws to Smith. Smith now to Boyd. Boyd the turnaround move off the rim. Ball rebounded by Johnson. Back up, scores it. I tell you, that's where Portageville gets you. They just pound the boards.
Sure do.
They just pound them. They just continually pound the boards. I don't care if you're 5 foot. You're going to pound the boards.
Right.
Get under there, try to get a hold of the ball, and they did. Ball tipped out of bounds that time by T.J. Smith of Portageville. Ball will stay with Bloomfield. Going out is Johnson. Coming in is Mosby for the Portageville. Clary to inbound the basketball. Gets the ball to Monroe. Monroe drives, goes all the way in, puts up a layup, scores it. Nice move.
It was a nice drive.
Yeah. 8-6, 1:35 to go in the first period. Portageville still on top. Nobody on. Mosby. As he puts up a three-pointer and no good. Williamson comes down with it for the Bloomfield Wildcats. Bloomfield staying in this game. Goes deep to Monroe. Scores it. We got a tie game.
Nice pass.
Nice pass. Nice catch.
You bet.
Yep.
That looked good.
Yep. We got a tie game with 1:05 to go in the first period. It's 8-8. Mosby with the basketball. Out to Smith. Smith back to Mosby and throws the ball away. Coming in for Portageville is Terrell Jones. Going out is T.J. Smith.
This Bloomfield defense looking good.
Sure. Johnson coming in for Portageville. Going out is Aaron Kershaw. 51 and a half seconds to go in this opening period. We got a tie score. Bloomfield with a chance to take their first lead of the evening. Williamson with the ball to Smith. Tries to throw underneath to Williamson. Good defense that time, but Williamson gets the ball, gives to Monroe. Ball taken away in there by Johnson. Mosby with the basketball for Portageville. Nice move that time. Used that left hand and went up, but missed a shot. Clary with the rebound for the Bloomfield Wildcats. 20 seconds to go. Bloomfield's going to try to go for one. Williamson with the basketball to Smith. They throw backdoor two. Williamson with a turnaround hook and good.
Nice shot.
Nice shot.
Laid that up that left hand back over his head.
8 seconds to go. It's 10-8. Bloomfield on top with 4 seconds to go. Down in the corner to Boyd. Boyd off the fingertips as the horn goes off. The first quarter ends with the score. The Bloomfield Wildcats 10, the Portageville Bulldogs 8.
Tonight's game brought to you by your friends at New Wave Communications. Try out their unlimited telephone service with more features and unlimited calling. You not only like the service, but you also love the savings. Call New Wave today and find out how you can save even more by bundling telephone with digital cable and high-speed data.
What a good quarter of basketball we had. That Bloomfield team really played well. Scoring for the Bloomfield Wildcats, Williamson had 2, Cody Smith had 2, John Monroe had 4, and Kurt Dumey had 2. That makes the 10 for the Portageville Bulldogs. Looks like Boyd had 2, Johnson 2, Green 2. That makes the 8 points. I'm sorry, Ely had 2 free throws. Tell you what, it was a good quarter. Bloomfield team played very well.
How many turnovers we have, David, on Bloomfield?
For Bloomfield, we only had 4, but I found this in the history of the tournament book that for some reason I'm feeling an upset coming out. I'm feeling an upset, and the only time a number 3 is lost to a number 14, last time happened was nearly 20 years ago, and they lost to us. Could that happen again? We got 3 more quarters to find out.
Who is us?
Bloomfield.
Oh, okay. I didn't know who us was. We don't know who's playing. We just called the game. Bloomfield with the basketball. Smith being hounded in there that time by Johnson. Across the timeline. Ball, we got a foul that time. It's going to be on Johnson. Reaching in. Or a push foul, they're calling it. Third foul on Portageville. Both teams with 3 fouls. Nobody in foul trouble yet. Clary to inbound. Portageville is going to beef up the defense. You can tell that already. Ball tipped out of bounds by Marcus Green.
Yeah, Portageville kicked it up on defense.
Oh, they have, and they will.
Yes, they will.
Portageville had 1 turnover at first quarter. We've got a timeout on the floor. Officials timeout. Travis Gregory said that Portageville had 1 turnover in that first quarter. Joe Northern keeping the turnovers for Bloomfield. 7:47 to go in this first half of play between Bloomfield and Portageville. And this is the second period. It is 10-8. Dumey with the basketball. Nice turnaround jump shot. No good. Rebound fall far. Williamson has it. Puts it up and in.
Up and in. Nice shot.
Kyle Williamson with his second basket. It's 4 points on the evening. 12-8. Bloomfield with their biggest lead with 7.5 minutes to go in the second period. Green with the basketball. Gives to Boyd. Boyd gives to Estes. Estes inside to Green. Green to Boyd. Boyd puts up a shot. Hits the bottom of the backboard. Or bottom of the rim. Ball saved that time by the Portageville Bulldogs. Clary with the basketball. Going to try to drive the length of the floor. Puts it up. No good. Rebound tipped up by Williamson. No good. Ball fought far. Comes away by Mosby of Portageville. He drives down the floor. Pulls it back out. Portageville going to go with the set offense. Bloomfield still in a man-to-man. Bloomfield feels pretty confident right now, Tommy. Long way to go in the game, but let me tell you, the more you let them stay in the game, the more confidence they have. Johnson goes in on a layup, short. Rebound Williamson of the Wildcats. He has a basketball. He can handle the ball.
I think so.
He gets it over to Smith.
Well, Bloomfield's quick.
Yes, they are. Williamson to Moreau. Gives back to Williamson. From the top of the key, no good. Ball tipped out of bounds by Green. I was saying ball tipped out of bounds by Bloomfield.
Yeah. I thought it went the other way too. But
well, my fault. I need to let the referee call it.
I don't think Portageville thought Bloomfield would be as quick as they are.
into the game for Portageville is Terrell Jones. Going out is Marcus Green. Mosby with the basketball for the Bulldogs. 6:20 to go. It's 12-8. Bloomfield on top. Ely with the basketball. Gives the ball to Jones. Jones to Mosby. Mosby still with the basketball. Gives to Estes. Estes gives the ball to Jones. Jones back to Johnson. Johnson has the basketball. Throws inside to Ely. Ely in the lane. Nice turnaround layup, but missed it. Ball saved by Portageville that time. Nice save. Ball given to Jones. Jones to Mosby for the shot. We've got a foul on the play. Mosby missed his shot. Foul that time on Kyle Williamson. They're showing him with two. Must have given somebody else a foul a while ago.
I believe they've changed it, Bill. They changed it to one.
Okay, well, good. I thought, my goodness, I knew I didn't make too many mistakes. Mosby, first free throw up, scores it. His first points of the game. He's shooting three. I guess they got him from the three-point line out there. Second one up. Rolls in. Or his third one up, rolls in. 2 for 3 from the line. It's 12-10. Garnett in for the Wildcats along with Zach Bacon. Garnett with the basketball, gives over to Monroe. Monroe drives in, puts up a reverse, no good. Rebounded in there, fall far. Johnson comes away for Portageville. Across the court to Mosby. Mosby puts up a shot, will not go, but he's going to be fouled. Mosby will go back to the line to shoot 2. Foul that time on John Monroe, his first, Bloomfield's 5th. Mosby now 3 for 4 from the line.
I think Portageville like to keep that ball in Mosby's hands as much as possible.
Oh, you can tell he's an athlete.
Yes, he is.
Second one up short, rebounded that time by Portageville. It's Terrell Jones with the ball, and he goes up. And they're going to call him for walking. (12-11) with 5:23 to go. Bloomfield still on top. Very low scoring game. Garnett with the basketball. Being hounded by Johnson. Gives the ball over to Monroe. Monroe tried to hit Doomey underneath and over his head. Out of bounds. Turnover on the Wildcats.
They had that press broken that time. They had a man wide open. Just overshot him a little bit.
Mosby with the basketball. Gives the ball to Ely. Ely to Estes. Estes to Kershaw. Ely with the basketball to Johnson. Over to Mosby. Kershaw with the basketball in the deep corner on the left side. Tries to go inside to Johnson. The ball tipped around and Wildcats control. Garnett off and running. He goes in for a layup. No good. Rebound that time. Bloomfield tries to save it. They do. What a nice save by Zach Bacon. Monroe with the ball to Williamson. Bloomfield now under control. 4.5 minutes to go. 12-11. They lead this game. Williamson drives in. Nice move, but misses a layup. Mosby with the rebound for Portageville. He brings it across the timeline. He's going to drive in. Thought about a shot, pulled it out, gives the ball off to Estes, scores a layup. Jacob Estes for his first 2. Portageville back in the lead, 13-12. Nice pass in that time by Mosby.
Sure,
Mosby controlled the rebound, brought it down the floor, and then passed the ball off to the open man, or cutting man. Ball that time thrown behind John Monroe, out of bounds. Turnover by the Wildcats.
Wildcats has turned it over about the last 2 times down the court. And coach sending in Clary again. He's a good ball handler. And he's got a lot of court savvy.
David Clary coming in. Kyle Williamson going out. Mosby with the basketball. Gives to Johnson. Johnson to Kershaw. Kershaw looks inside, gives to Ely. Ely being double teamed in there. Still makes a move underneath the basket. No good. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up, and scores it.
Stayed after it.
Sure did. His first bucket, 4 points on the evening. He's 2 for 2 from the line. 15-12. Portageville back on top by 3.
Good defense on the freshman. He reached in there and swatted that thing away.
Portageville with the basketball. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Kershaw has it to Johnson. Johnson back to Kershaw. Looking inside for Ely. He's got the ball. He gives it back to Kershaw. Kershaw not even tempting to look at that bucket for 3, is he?
Sure not.
Ball tipped out of bounds by Johnson of Portageville as he tried to pass the ball and tried to get it back, and he tipped the ball out of bounds. Bacon will inbound for the Wildcats. Coming in for the Wildcats, Kyle Rogers. For Bloomfield, going out is Monroe. Garnett drives in and puts up a shot. It's going to be foul. The foul that time on.
I believe he got it on the freshman, Ely.
Okay.
Maybe, no, I think I was wrong, Bill. They called that on 42.
Well, no, it's called it on Estes.
Oh, okay.
His first. Garnett goes to the line. Puts up his first shot. Missed it.
Whether you're interested in a college degree or career training, Three Rivers Community College is a great place to start. Classes at TRCC can help you advance in your present job or start a whole new career. Convenient classes mean you don't have to give up your present job, and TRCC will help you find financial aid. Register on campus or at any of the centers. Call 1-877-TRY-TRCC or click on www.trcc.edu.
Second shot, scores it. 15-13, Portageville on top. Mosby with the basketball. Boyd is back in for the Bulldogs. Ball given to Smith. Inside to Green. Green goes in and scores it and is fouled. Foul that time on number 24, David Clary, his second. Green to go to the line to try to finish out this three-point play. Scores it. Ely out. Jones in for Portageville. 2:47 to go in this second period. Portageville 18. The host team Bloomfield Wildcats 13. Garnett with the basketball. Has the ball go off his foot. Bacon with the basketball. Drives to the free throw lane and he walks as he picked the ball up. Turnover on the Wildcats. Smith with the basketball. Gives the ball over to Mosby. To Green. Green tries to go inside. Ball taken away there. A good defensive play by David Clary. Garnett picks up the loose ball. Throws down in the corner, too. A three-pointer put up that time by Kyle Rogers. It misses. Clary with the rebound. Puts up a long jump shot. No good. Ball going out of bounds will be Portageville basketball. With 2:06 to go in this second quarter, let's take a break. We'll be right back with you. Portageville controlling the basketball. 2 minutes to go in this first half of play. They lead Bloomfield 18-13. Boyd with a nice little jump shot there, very soft. Scores it, 20-13. Portageville with its biggest lead, and oh my goodness, I thought Portageville had the turnover. Kirk Doomey with a turnaround shot, no good. Clary with a rebound, and tries to go up with it, and he's fouled. David Clary that time will go to the line to shoot two. The foul that time on number 10, his first, TJ Smith.
It's number 4 for Portageville is a wide body in there. I watched him play football. He's quite a football player.
Is that right?
Yes, he is.
Clary's first free throw, no good. Johnson back in, Smith out for the Portageville Bulldogs. Clary to the line to shoot his second shot. Second one off the rim. Rebound that time by Jones. Jones gives it to Mosby. Mosby down in the corner to Johnson. Johnson inside to Green. Green with a turnaround left-handed shot off the backboard. Beautiful shot. 22-13. Portageville up by 9. They've done this quick.
Sure have. It all started kicking that defense up.
The game was 13-12. They were on top, and now they've gone on a run. Kyle Williamson inside to Dumey. I thought he was going to shoot the three, but he put it inside the big boy off his fingertips. Here comes Portageville running. Green with the basketball. Gives it over to Johnson. Johnson to Jones. Jones outside for three, no good. Williamson with the rebound, taken away by Green. Inside to Boyd. Boyd puts it up, scores it. Boyd's 6th point of the night. Williamson with the basketball, drives in, puts up a layup, and going to be fouled. Kyle Williamson that time. Go the line to shoot 2. Foul on Leonard Boyd, his 2nd. Both teams now with 6 fouls. 43.8 seconds to go in this first half of play between Portageville and Bloomfield. Bloomfield trails by 11 with a chance to cut it to 9. Williamson's first shot, no good. Coming in is Ely and Kershaw. Going out is Jones and Boyd for Portageville Bulldogs. Williams' second shot up, scores it. He has 5 on the evening. Johnson with the basketball, being handed by Williamson. 35 seconds to go. Mosby with the ball. Gives it to Kershaw. Kershaw to Ely. Ely to Green. Green back to Mosby. Mosby, nice shot.
Nice shot.
Nice setup that time. Garnett with the basketball. 15 seconds to go. Oh, nice takeaway that time by Portageville. Ball knocked out of bounds by Clary. Portageville will maintain position. Johnson to Mosby. We're down to 8 seconds to go in this first half. Kershaw inside to Ely. Ely goes up and puts up a shot. He's going to be fouled with 2.9 seconds to go. The freshman goes to the line to shoot 2. Foul that time on Kurt Dumey, his 2nd. First shot up, scores it. He's 3 for 3 from the line, Tommy. Got a nice, soft free throw.
He does. Tell you what, Portageville just going ahead a little at a time. They just keep pulling away from you.
Second one up, no good. Rebound, Clary. Clary puts up one from just beyond center court, just misses at the end of the first half. It's the Portageville Bulldogs 27 and the Bloomfield Wildcats 14.
Tonight's game is also brought to you by Boomers Productions. The next time your company needs a commercial, safety, informational, or music video made, please contact Boomers Productions. Working with Malta Night Productions, we can produce your next video requirement. We also bring to your local news and programming as seen on Channel 21 and the New Wave Communications Network. We're currently seen in Bernie, Bloomfield, Essex, Campbell, Dexter, and Malden, and looking forward to serving more towns in southeast Missouri and northeast Arkansas viewing area. Boomers Productions and Channel 21, your hometown channel. Call 281-2121 or visit our website at boomersproductions.com. Also, our toll-free number outside the Malden area, 877-566-2121.
Yeah. They stayed with them that first quarter, and then Portageville just started sliding away from them and with that quick defense. But tell you what, Bloomfield will make some adjustments, and they'll be back. They're just going to have to get Kurt Dumey involved in the game. And I don't mean that bad. It's just because this Portageville defense is covering him up in there. But Kurt Dumey is their go-to man, and I think they'll make some adjustments and get him involved. If they do, it'll be a different second half.
Well, I thought Bloomfield that time, they were playing what they wanted to, and then all of a sudden, like you said, that defense really kicked up. Travis, how many? Come here. Let's get Travis Gregory over here and get a headset on him, see how many turnovers we've got. How many turnovers? Put the headset on, please. How many turnovers that time by Portageville?
5 that quarter.
5 that quarter, 1 in the first quarter, so they've only got 6. They're playing good, fundamentally sound basketball, aren't they?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Travis Gregory keeping stats on Portageville for us. And give Joe the headset. We'll see how many Bloomfield has now.
Okay.
How many turnovers, Joe, by Bloomfield that quarter?
Bloomfield by that quarter, they got 7, 2 more than the last quarter. They got 12 altogether.
Yeah, we could tell the defense really picked up that quarter for Portageville.
Yeah, and that's probably a big factor in this game is going to be defensive, because if one team just goes down, it's like, you know what? Let's just try to shoot and not worry about defense. That's not going to help them, man.
Yep.
You got to keep getting the game, no matter how tired you are or whatever.
Well, here are the stats at halftime right quick for Portageville with 2 points is Jacob Estes, with 6 points is Leonard Boyd. Mikey Johnson has 2. Trey Mosby has 1 field goal and 3 for 5 from the free throw line. He has 5 points. 7 points is Marcus Green. 2 points, 2, 4, 5 points by Coney Ely. He has 3 of those on free throws. That's the 27 for Portageville. They scored 8 in the first quarter, 19 in the second quarter, Tommy. They turned the defense up, got some easy crip shots.
Exactly.
On the other hand, the Bloomfield Wildcats, Tony Garnett, he was 1 for 2 from the line. He has 1 point. Kyle Williamson with 5. We also have David Clary, did not score. He missed both free throws. Cody Smith with 2 points. John Monroe with 4. Kurt Dumey with 2. Bloomfield scored 10 in the first period, only scored 4 in that second period. And we'll be right back with you to start the second half in just a minute.
My name is Shane Talbert. I chose Three Rivers Community College because it's a great place to start.
At TRCC, I'm getting the same general education classes offered at a four-year college, but here they cost a lot less. Classes are small, so I can get individual attention, and the teachers are great. I'm getting a quality education at an affordable price, and I'm close to home.
TRCC, it's a great place to start.
Call 1-877-TRY-TRCC or click on www.trcc.edu.
Well, the halftime festivities are over, and we're getting ready to start second second half between Portageville and Bloomfield. Tommy, what's Bloomfield got to do now?
They just got to get Kurt Dumey involved in this game and take the ball on the inside. I've seen them a lot of times, and you know, that's understandable. They take the ball inside and they get thinking about the big boy going to swat it away. If they'll keep taking it in there, they've got a couple fouls on the big boys in there, and I think they will. I think they'll take it in because I tell you what, they can play with this Portageville team.
Well, they've had several balls go off their hands. They're just not ready for the ball. I thought Williamson a couple times threw the ball inside, and good passes that just went off their fingertips. They got to get aggressive, catch the ball, because those are good shots inside like that. Williamson, I thought a couple times passed up a couple good shots, and he is a good shooter. But Portageville will start the second half with the basketball as Mosby inbounds to Johnson, back to Mosby. Mosby to Johnson. Johnson drives in, puts up a layup, no good. Rebound that time by Monroe of the Wildcats. Smith with the basketball. Just underway, second half, 27-14, Portageville on top. Ball to Monroe. Monroe to Williamson, back to Monroe, off everybody's fingertips. Monroe from the free throw line, extended. Williamson with a rebound, tipped out of bounds that time by Johnson. Coming into the game is Smith for Portageville. Johnson goes out. 7:32 to go in this third period. Clary with the basketball. Gives the ball to Monroe, back to Clary. Clary with the basketball. Gives it to Smith, tipped away, Bloomfield controls. Mosby goes in with the layup, no good. Tipped up that time by Smith. Scores it, his first 2 of the night. 29-14. Cody Smith goes up, and good defense made him change his shot in the air. Rebound that time by Green. To Estes, to Mosby. Portageville up by 15. They've done it so easy, so quietly. Green with the basketball. Tries to hit Estes inside and taken away by McClary. McClary to Smith. Smith with the basketball across the timeline. To Monroe. To Williamson. Williamson, a beautiful spin move off the backboard, off the glass that time. No good. Rebound pulled down by Mosby of Portageville. Good move.
Sure was.
Just didn't make it. Green with the basketball. He's a lefty. He goes inside, uses that strength.
Yep.
Goes against Dumey and scores it. Nice move that time by Marcus Green. 31-14, 6:20 to go in this third period. Williamson with the basketball to Clary. Clary has a shot blocked by Mosby. Green with the basketball, gives back to Mosby. And Clary is going to be called for a push-off foul there against Mosby.
I'll tell you what, I said earlier that they're going to have to get Doomey involved in this game. Boy, they're covering him up in there.
Yes. Third foul that time on David Clary. First foul of the second half on either team. Mosby outside for three. Puts it up, no good. Rebound going high is Green. The ball tipped around, saved by Ely to Smith. Inside to Boyd. He couldn't find the handle on to put it down. Williamson with the rebound. Smith with the basketball to Williamson. Williamson outside for three. He scores it. Now that young man there can fill it up from the outside.
And you leave him alone, he will.
Yes, he's got a great shot, good arch, good rotation on the ball. He's just a good all-around player. Mosby with the basketball. Throws it over to Ely. Ely inside to Green. Green has a ball tapped away but gets control as Doomey tapped it away. Green's got it back. Does a fall-away jump shot. No good. Tipped up by Mosby that time. And he's going to be fouled by John Monroe. Monroe, his second foul. Johnson back in for Portageville. Going out is Boyd. Now, you know why it's not a shot. That was a tip.
Yeah.
And they said he didn't have control of it.
Good call.
Good call. Johnson inbound to Mosby. Mosby looking inside. Hits Ely. Ely with the basketball. Gives back to Johnson. Johnson to Mosby. Mosby looking for someone inside. He finds Ely. Ely inside the lane. We're going to have a 3-second call. 5:08 to go in this third period. 31-17. Portageville on top. Clary out. Bacon in for the Wildcats.
Bloomfield just got to find something to get going. They seem like they're just kind of dragging now a little bit. Some spark come along and they get kicked back in this game.
Well, it's just that right there.
Yeah,
is what Portageville has done. It doesn't look like they're really doing that much. But they're doing it so methodically, just basic fundamental. A great move at time by Mosby, but their defense is just causing havoc. It doesn't look like they're doing much. We've got timeout on the floor as Coach Lanning wants a 20-second timeout with 4:48 to go in the third quarter. It's Portageville 33, Bloomfield 17.
Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods. Call Kenneth Store at 888-6678 or Lloyd Rice at 576-4471. Nike, Adidas, Russell, any and all kinds of major brand names and your favorite sporting goods. New location in Kennett at 1300 Industrial Drive. That's Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods in Kennett. We're wearing vests tonight from Skeeter Kell. Give them a call or stop by the Kennett Store for all your sporting goods needs.
Tell you what, early in the game, Coach Bidwell didn't like the way his boys were playing defense. He called timeout, and they started kicking it up, and they came back at half, and they have really kicked it up in this third quarter. The defense is causing havoc, like you say, and Bloomfield just getting a little bit rattled. But, they need to get back in here, stay focused, and I think they will. They're a good team. But, boy, I tell you what, this Portageville bunch will hound you.
Tommy, good players look like they're not doing anything. Okay, it's just natural. They just move so fluidly, and that's what Portageville has done.
Right.
We've had a couple people stop by and say, "How did Portageville get seated third?" And I said, "Just wait." I said, "I want to tell you, they'll play anybody, anywhere, anytime, and they'll just hound you to death. They keep the score low because they play great defense. They're just good, fundamentally sound team." And just look at them there, just hounding. That's all they're doing, just hounding. Bloomfield maintains possession of the ball under their own basket. Zach Bacon will inbound. Portageville just plays good fundamental basketball. Doomey with a basketball. Looks, and he's going to have a walking call. He jumped up, thought he could throw to someone. No one was there, and he passed the ball outside.
Yeah, and Portageville is just covering him up in there. And Doomey's one of the better players in this tournament. To me, early in the games, I would say, if I was going to pick an all-tournament team, I'm sure Kurt Doomey would have been on there. You don't think Portageville didn't know that coming in? That's why they covered him up so much. Portageville's bringing the ball down, kick it over on the left side. Back into Ely. Turns, kicks it back out. Back over to Mosby. Backs it out. Johnson, back out to Johnson. Going to shoot a three.
Scored. Oh, nice shot. Nice shot by Mikey Johnson that time. 5 on the night. Ball kicked inside that time to Doomie, and Doomie sat there instead of going and meeting the ball, but the ball kicked out of bounds by Portageville. We're going to be joined at the fourth quarter by Kerwin Erhan. He used to be principal here, athletic director in charge of the tournament, then became superintendent at Portageville, and now he's the head of the Missouri State High School Activities Association. Bloomfield puts up a shot, couldn't get it to go. Ely inside, nice bounce pass over to Jones. He scores it. Nice bounce pass by the freshman across the lane. Bacon with the basketball, trying to inbound, gets the ball to Monroe. Monroe back to Bacon. Bacon looked like he got hit in the eye there just a minute, picks the ball up and tries to hit Smith on the outside, and ball thrown out of bounds. 38-17 with 3:38 to go. Portageville on top by 21 and just did it just the snap of the fingers.
Sure did.
Tommy, let's put that headset on if you don't mind on Mr. Erhan, and we'll talk to him right quick. Kerwin, how you doing, partner?
Doing fine, Bill. And yourself?
Just fine. How are things going at the state?
Not bad. We're trying to learn all the things I'm supposed to be doing, so that's been an event. Just trying to figure out all the bylaws and the regulations that we have to enforce and make sure that we're giving the correct interpretations. And a lot of times been spent going out throughout the state to meet people and see how things are going in their schools. I was able to get out to high school football games every Friday night throughout the regular season and into the districts and playoffs, and that was very enjoyable just to see all the different atmospheres and teams throughout the state. So been enjoying that part of it.
Well, you ran this tournament here for how many years?
6 years.
6 years. You did a great job, and I know you missed being in this part of the country since you're from this part of the country.
The basketball is definitely king down this area, and it is enjoyable. It's enjoyable to see the crowds come out. It's a great crowd for the day. Your buildings is filling up here a little bit, and it's great for the kids to be able to play in that atmosphere. I've always told people there's no better atmosphere than the final night here at Bloomfield for championships, with the packed house and all the spectacular things that go on that last night. So unfortunately, I'm not going to get to watch that this year, but I will definitely miss that aspect. It'll be the first time in over 15 years that I've not been here for the finals night. So
Portageville has pulled out the 42-17 lead. Doomie inside against the big guy, puts it up and couldn't get it to go, but he's fouled.
So this is kind of mixed emotions here watching these two teams play. This is my two schools that I was at when I was here teaching. I taught at Bloomfield and high school principal here at Bloomfield, and I was superintendent at Portageville for the last 6 years. So kind of had a little mixed emotions about watching these two go at it. But first half was very, very competitive half.
Very competitive half. Portageville has just put, as Tommy and I have been talking about it, just put on aggressively, got on the defense end, and when they have, they've turned it up quite a bit.
That is one thing about Coach Bywell. He can definitely turn up the pressure on defense, and that's always the signature of his teams, that they do play great defense and put a tremendous amount of pressure on the opponents to allow them to be able to have some easy buckets. And as you said, they were able to move out to a pretty good lead here because of the defense.
Well, Bloomfield's a scrappy ball club, and I felt like they probably should have been seated a little higher than what they were. That time, Boyd in for the layup, scores it. He's going to be fouled. Foul that time on Zach Bacon, his first. We have any big changes coming down for athletics in high school in the state of Missouri?
Well, the one thing that we have on the annual meeting topics that is going to be discussed throughout the state and will be on the annual ballot is a proposal from our football advisory committee to change the playoffs for football. And it would basically ensure that close to 50% of all teams who play football would advance into the state playoffs, instead of right now, presently, we have around 25% that advance into the state playoffs after district. It's a definite change in the makeup of how we do things, but it's something that our schools have asked about, our football coaches have asked about, and so therefore we're going to take it out to our member schools to see what their opinion is on the topic and if that's something that we do need to change.
Would they cut the regular season schedule by a game, or just going ahead and play the 10 games?
It will still be the 10-game schedule. The only thing is it would be moved up a week. You would have to start playing a week earlier to be able to have that extra round of the state playoffs involved. So that would be a change to move up a week and basically shorten the amount of practices you would have to have before your first contest or your jamboree that you would play the week prior to the first regular season game.
Okay.
But it does make sure that you have kids that get to participate in that state playoffs. It gives more kids opportunities, and sometimes that's what we want to do is make sure the kids do have opportunities to participate. So.
Well, Bloomfield Kyle Williamson hit a 3 a while ago. I tell you, we like to watch Williamson play. I think he's a great ball player, and last year started every game as a sophomore, and he plays with great intensity. He does a turnaround jump shot there. No good. Dummy with the rebound on the bucket. Scores it. Kurt Dummy with 5 on the evening. Again, Kurt Dummy is your state president of your Beta Club, and always glad to have a young man with smarts playing sports.
Definitely. It's a pleasure to see Kurt out here playing. I can remember when Kurt first came to Bloomfield, his dad was the superintendent here, Mike Dummy, and Mike did a great job here at Bloomfield as superintendent. And Kurt was a little bitty thing when he first got here, and he is definitely not little. He has grown into a young man.
I believe the Hills have agreed with him.
Yes, they have. And Bloomfield has an excellent Beta Club right here. They've had many state presidents and vice presidents and secretaries. They've had some national officers in Beta Club, and they've done a very good job of participating in Beta Club, just as Malden has. And a young man that I know that is really fond to Bill's heart, his son was a state officer in the Beta Club. So
he was state and national officer.
National officer, yeah.
He lives in Dubai now.
Holy cow.
Just moved there 3 months ago, and we're very proud of him. Got to spend 3 days with him during Christmas, and Connie and I are going over in March. We're excited about that. See the Middle East where he lives. We're down to 30 seconds to go in this period. Bloomfield with a steal. David Clary with a breakaway. See if he can convert. He does. David Clary with his first 2 on the evening. 44-25 with 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. We have been visiting with Curran Erhan. He is the president, director of the Missouri State High School Activities Association, and it's always a pleasure to see you.
Bill, I enjoyed it very much. Thank you for having me on, and good luck with the rest of the weekend or the week. It's a great event. Great high school event. You're going to have the pleasure of getting to watch, I guess, 26 games over the course of 4 days.
That's correct, and we're happy. We got Jim Hall. We also have Terry Turlington. We've got Tommy Jacobs, myself. We're doing every other game, so we're going to enjoy that. And we're hoping when this is all over with, people will allow us to continue to announce. I heard those 2 guys announce the other game. They do a great job.
Well, there's definitely quite a bit of experience here. Whenever you guys, the 4 of you all put together, you have a lot of years of watching basketball and coaching basketball and working with basketball. So definitely plenty of expertise on the mics.
Curran, thanks for visiting with us. And again, good luck to you and Happy New Year.
All right, thank you, sir.
1.7 seconds to go. Bloomfield with the ball. Garnett's going to just let the ball roll off his fingertips at the end of the third quarter. It's Portageville 45, the host Bloomfield Wildcats 25.
Tonight's game brought to you by your friends at New Wave Communications. Let New Wave enhance your online experience with SpeedNet service. Download movies and music, share pictures, and shop online in seconds instead of minutes. Call New Wave today to find out how you can save even more by bundling SpeedNet with digital cable and telephone.
Well, Portageville's really kicked it up this second half. I mean, they really came out in that third quarter and played like the Portageville team we knew they were going to play like. And they just run that lead out to 20 points. And Bloomfield had them by 2 at the first quarter, and then after that it seemed like Portageville just went on a run and played good defense, covering up Kyle Doobie in there. And as Bloomfield goes, Kyle Doobie's going to have to score, and he's a big boy. And Jim Bidwell does his homework, and when he knew that they had to do that, and that's nothing bad about Kyle Doobie. He's doing his job, but at defense at Portageville, it's just very tough.
Yep. Bloomfield had 7 turnovers that time. Portageville had how many? 4. So you can see the defense is really starting to pick up for the Wildcats. 45-25 with 8 minutes to go. Portageville has pulled out to a 20-point lead.
You know, the freshman for Portageville is a nice player.
Yes, he is.
He's got a lot of moves. You know, it's just going to get better.
David Clary to inbound for the Wildcats to Garnett. Garnett throws over to Williamson. Mosby is on him. Portageville just gets after you on defense.
Yes,
Garnett with a jump shot from the corner. Sharp, Doomey with the rebound. Tries to go back up with it. Has the ball knocked out of his hands. Clary picks the ball up off the floor. David Clary with the basketball to Williamson out front. Bloomfield needs to get a run early in this quarter. Williamson with a drive, and he's going to be fouled. Foul that time going to be on Terrell Jones. His second. Going to line to shoot 2 will be Kyle Williamson. 45-25. Williamson needs these free throws. First one up, scores it.
Nice shot.
Kershaw in for Johnson for the Portageville Bulldogs. Williamson's second shot up, no good. Rebounded that time by Ely. Kershaw to Ely. Ely with the basketball out front to Mosby. Inside to Kershaw, blocked by Doomey. Green with the pickup there on the block shot. To Mosby. Mosby into Kershaw. Try to get inside to Green, but ball tipped around. Or inside to Jones, I should say. Bloomfield off and running. They need a bucket here. Williamson with a spin move, loses a handle on it. Portageville will pick the ball up. Green has it. He has the ball taken away. Bloomfield's got it back. Maybe. Nope. Looks like we got a walking call that time on Aaron Kershaw. I tell you what, though, he was hustling. He was
sure
on the floor getting after that ball.
Tell you what, the coach don't mind that turnover when you're hustling like that.
I don't know, that was a turnover. That was a loose ball.
Boy,
He was just doing everything he could to get to it. Clary with the basketball will inbound. Ball out front to Garnett. Garnett inside to Doomey. Doomey the turnaround shot. Couldn't get it to go, but he's going to be fouled. Foul that time on Jones, his third. Going to line to shoot 2 for the Bloomfield Wildcats will be Kurt Doomey. Doomey's first shot is up. Rolls off the rim. Second shot no good. Bloomfield 4 for 12 from the line. What a nice rebound in there and up and in by Blake Harris.
Very nice rebound.
He just muscled himself in.
Sure did.
45-28. Bloomfield's got it to 17. They need to get the ball back. And looky there, they pressure the freshman, they get it. Garnett's got the ball. Bloomfield's on a run. Garnett down in the corner to Williamson. Williamson gets fouled. He's going to go to the line to shoot 3.
I think that's right.
Bloomfield needs to connect on these free throws. Again, they're 4 for 10. Williamson has 3 free throws coming up. He's 2 for 4 on the evening. His first one up, scores it. Second one up, bounces around and off the rim. Smith back in for the Wildcats. Going out is Garnett. Next shot, good. 45-30. Bloomfield's got it to 15.
Yeah.
They've got to make a run now. Johnson with the ball. And he's going to be fouled by Cody Smith. Smith's second foul. Bloomfield's 6th of the half. The next foul will put Portageville in the 1-1. Bloomfield's already there. Johnson with the basketball. Being handled. I mean,
he sure
Bloomfield has picked up the defense intensity. Inside to Ely. Ball taken away by Bloomfield. Williamson down the floor. He's going to go in, shoot the layup, scores it, and he's going to go to the line. Kyle Williamson with a nice drive that time. Took it to the hole.
Took it away from the freshman down here, and he took it length of the floor and laid it in.
Bloomfield is trying to make a run on this, 45-32. They've cut it to 13. Williamson with a chance to cut it to 12. Shot up. Off the rim. Bloomfield gets the ball back. Now Portageville has it. Kershaw has it to Mosby. 45-32 with 5:57 to go in this game. Portageville on top. Mosby with the basketball. He's going to drive in. Kicks the ball over to Johnson. Johnson goes up, has a ball blocked by Smith. Mosby picks the ball up. He's going to drive the baseline. He's inside the lane. Nowhere to go. Kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson out to Jones. Jones for three. Scores it. Terrell Jones. Big three-pointer that time by Portageville. Boy, if Bloomfield could have got that back and got down and scored, I mean, you could feel the momentum really changing. Williamson with the ball and almost had it taken away. Nice bounce pass into Doobie. Doobie drives, puts up a shot. He's going to be called for walking. Whoop, we got a foul. Foul's going to be on Kershaw. It's going to be his first. Going to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 is going to be Kurt Doobie. Coming in for Portageville is going to be Green and Smith. Going out is going to be Mosby and Jones. Doobie puts the free throw up. No good. Rebounded that time by Smith. Well, free throws have hurt Bloomfield in this game. They really have. Oh, what a nice driving pass off to Green, and he's going to put it up and in and scores, and he's going to go the line for a three-point play. Marcus Green, that time fouled by Kyle Williamson, his second. Green to convert on the three-point play if he makes this. Put Bloomfield back up, or Portageville back up by 19. He does. We've got timeout on the floor with 5:08 to go in this game. It's 51 for Portageville, 32 for Bloomfield. Bloomfield with the basketball. Williamson over to Monroe. Monroe from the free throw line. Jump shot, no good. Rebounded that time by the Wildcats. As Harris gives the ball over to Smith. Smith shot no good. Rebounded by Doomie. Put up and in. 51-34. Bloomfield will not go away.
No, they won't. They're not going to quit.
No. Oh, nice move that time. Nice little pass. Marcus Green just takes it to the hole.
Found the open man, dished it to him.
Smith with the basketball. 4.5 minutes to go in this game. Bloomfield needs a bucket. Williamson with the basketball. Does a spin move, picks up a screen there. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound that time by Johnson of the Bulldogs.
Well, those Portageville players bang those boards now.
They bang the boards. They know how to block out. Sure, they just play good, fundamentally sound basketball. That's, you know, the game has changed a lot, but that hasn't changed.
That's right.
Block out on every shot. Go to your man, put a butt in his gut, and that's all they ask for. Nice pass in that time by Green to Johnson. 55-34, 3:45 to go in this contest. Williamson with the basketball. Oh, Portageville's going to get it. Mikey Johnson going down for a layup. He scores it. We've got a timeout on the floor now with 3:35 to go in this game. It's Portageville 57, Bloomfield 34.
Tonight's game is also brought to you by Boomers Productions. The next time your company needs a commercial, safety, informational, or music video made, please contact Boomers Productions. Working with Maldenite Productions, we can produce your next video requirement. We also bring to your local news and programming as seen on Channel 21 and the New Wave Communications Network. We're currently seen in Bernie, Bloomfield, Essex, Campbell, Dexter, and Malden, and looking forward to serving more towns in southeast Missouri and northeast Arkansas viewing area. Boomers Productions and Channel 21, your hometown channel. Call 281-2121 or visit our website at boomersproductions.com. Also, our toll-free number outside the Malden area, 877-566-2121.
Whether you're interested in a college degree or career training, Three Rivers Community College is a great place to start. Classes at TRCC can help you advance in your present job or start a whole new career. Convenient classes mean you don't have to give up your present job, and TRCC will help you find financial aid. Register on campus or at any of the centers. Call 1-877-TRY-TRCC or click on www.trcc.edu.
Tell you what, this Portageville team, you know, everybody thinks they don't look too good. They're just going to guard you. They're just going to make you do things you don't want to do. And, you know, we've watched Bloomfield play. They come down before. They get that ball, work it around, get it into Kurt Doobie. He'll either score it or dish it off. Portageville has just played a good basketball game. And as you said, they're going to play anybody tough. It's going to hardly ever be a high-scoring game with Portageville.
Well, Portageville they just do it. They just do it so easy. I mean, they just keep hounding you, and they just effortlessly. There's nothing fancy. They just get the job done. They can handle the basketball. They screen and roll. They play good defense. On offense, they crash the boards. On defense, they block out, then crash the boards.
Right.
Just basic, fundamental, sound basketball. That part of the game, I still say, has not changed. Garnett to Clary. Clary from three. No good. Rebound that time. Just into the game is Darrell Hicks. He gives the ball to Ely. Ely pulls it back out and gives the ball back to Hicks. Hicks over to Bruce Mathis. Mathis to Ely. Ely with the basketball. Tries to get the ball over to Hicks, and he picks the ball up off the floor. Gives the ball to Boyd down in the corner. 3 minutes to go in this game. Portageville still running an offense. Mathis with the basketball. Gives it down in the corner to Boyd. Boyd back out to the top to Mathis. Mathis with the basketball. He's going to be called for walking. A foul that time on Zach Bacon. Going to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 is going to be Bruce Mathis. Mathis just ended the game. He's a sophomore. He's shooting a 1-and-1.
Portageville's content to pass it around out there. You know, they don't need to score anymore. They just got to hold the lead.
Kershaw in for Boyd for Portageville. Well, what they're doing is just running an offense.
Sure.
That's all they're doing. I mean, if they get the layup, they've got it. If not, they just keep turning the ball over, turn it over, turn it over, or keep rotating that ball around. And guess what? The clock's running. Ely with the basketball and the rebound does a turnaround. He's going to be tied up, and the ball's going to stay with Portageville. Kershaw with the basketball will inbound for the Portageville Bulldogs. 2:48 to go in this game, 57-34. Mathis from the outside for three, no good. Rebound that time by. Just into the game is Kyle Rogers for Bloomfield, and he's going to be fouled. The foul that time on Mathis. His first. Going to the line to shoot two is going to be Kyle Rogers. He is a 6-foot junior. He's in the double bonus, Bloomfield is.
Yeah.
First shot up, in and out. Boy, Bloomfield has just had a tough night from the free throw line. They really have.
Normally they really do good from
yes,
the
they
free
do.
throw line.
2:43 to go in this game. Second one up, falls in. 57-35. Mathis with the ball for Portageville, being hounded by Clary. Ball kicked over to Ely. Ely's a freshman. Tried to hit Mathis underneath. Ball thrown out of bounds. Turned over to the Wildcats. Coming in is Jones for Portageville. Going out is Ely. Coach Bidewell is going to instruct him right here. And, you know, here you're way out front here and you're trying to do things. I mean, you can see him talking to him in a very positive way. Clary with the basketball. Tries to throw inside. Picks the ball up is Rogers. Rogers from 12 foot. Puts up a jump shot. No good. Mathis with the rebound. It's Mathis, nice-looking sophomore.
Sure is.
He's all around the ball. Kershaw with the basketball for the Bulldogs. Gives the ball over to Birdwell. Birdwell to Hicks. Hicks to Jones. Jones to Mathis. Watch him run that offense.
Yeah,
just watch him. I mean, everybody's moving. Everybody's screening. They know exactly what they're doing. Hicks with the basketball. Under 2 minutes to go. Jones has it. Ball taken away by Bloomfield. Clary's in on a drive. He goes in, puts up a layup. No good. Garnett with a rebound. Going to take it out front. Gives the ball to Bacon. Bacon to Clary. Clary inside. Boy, what a nice move that time. I don't have that young man's jersey down, number 21. And also that time, 21 from Portageville, Birdwell. Clary outside from 3, no good. The ball goes out of bounds, turned over to Portageville. It's 59-37. Ely back into the game. Coming out is going to be Kershaw. 1:13 to go.
Coach Bide will just pull his young freshman out and talk with him a little bit, send him back in there.
See if he can learn something from our conversation. Portageville is going to go to 6-0. Bloomfield's going to fall to 4-4. Mathis with the basketball. We're down to a minute to go in this game. Jones has it. Tries to throw inside, but ball taken away by Bacon. Bacon with the basketball across the timeline. Gives the ball to Garnett. Garnett from the outside for 3. No good. Rebound that time, but Jones for Portageville. Ely has it. 45 seconds to go. Passes down to Birdwell. Birdwell's going to be fouled. Portageville just keeps going, don't they?
Do.
Just keep moving the basketball. 43.9 seconds to go. Foul on Zach Bacon, his third. Going to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 will be DJ Birdwell. He is a sophomore. No good. Rebound Ely. He puts it up, scores it. Air ball that time shot by Bloomfield. Bacon with a steal as Ely tried to hit a snowbird down the floor. Bacon for 3. In and out. Rebound that time by Rogers. Rogers to Garnett. Garnett puts it up. No good. Rebound that time by Portageville. As Jones gives the ball to Ely. We're down to 10 seconds to go in this game. David Clary with great hustle.
Sure was.
But out of bounds. 8.8 seconds. 61-37. Portageville on top at 24. Good ball game.
Sure was.
I really thought the game would be closer than this.
I did.
I've seen Bloomfield play. I hadn't seen Portageville play. Portageville is very impressive. Very impressive. They just get the job done. That's going to be the final score of the third game this evening, with the Bloomfield Wildcats falling to the Portageville Bulldogs. Portageville 61, Bloomfield 37. We'll be right back in just a moment.
For affordable college courses close to you, the right choice is Three Rivers Community College. TRCC offers classes at the Poplar Bluff campus and at centers in Sykeston, Kennett, Malden, Campbell, and Portageville. TRCC's low tuition can save you hundreds of dollars each semester, and you can use A+ and other scholarships. Make the right choice. Three Rivers Community College. Register on campus or at any of the centers. Call 1-877-TRY-TRCC or click on www.trcc.edu.
Game started out real close. Bloomfield.
Sorry about that, Tommy. Going ahead.
Okay, well, the score at the end of the first quarter, Bloomfield was up on them by 2, and then seemed like that defense from Portageville just kicked in, and Jim Bidwell coaches defense. Defense, that dictates the game, and he's right. And Bloomfield has nothing to be ashamed of. They played a nice game. They played a real good team in Portageville. No one else has beat them. They're still undefeated. They went to 6-0. Bloomfield will move over in the consolation bracket. Bloomfield's got a nice team. I love to watch them play. Kurt Doobie, it was held in check tonight, and he's usually their go-to guy inside. But that Portageville defense had a lot to do with that. So, as we say, there's no losers in high school basketball, and we wish Bloomfield well over on the other side of the bracket, and Portageville will advance over, and they'll play again in the winner's side, and they're gonna be a team to contend with.
Well, Tommy, let's give these scores real quick, as we had for the Bloomfield Wildcats. Tony Garnett with 1, Kyle Rogers with 1, Blake Harris with 2, Kyle Williamson 16, 2 for Cody Smith, 2 for David Clary, and 4 for John Monroe, 7 for Kurt Dumey, 2 for Leighton Henley. That was number 21 that we didn't have the score. Should be 37 for Bloomfield Wildcats. For the Portageville Bulldogs, 2 by Jacob Estes. Leonard Boyd with 8. 9 by Mikey Johnson. 2 by T.J. Smith. 7 by Trey Mosby. Marcus Green with 14. 2 by D.J. Birdwell. 10 by Coney Ely. And 7 by Terrell Jones. 61 points for the Bloomfield Wildcats. Bloomfield will play the, if I can look at my bracket here, Bloomfield will now go out and play the loser of the South Penn-Kennett game. Portageville will play the winner of that game. So long for just a while. Game 3 of the first 8 games are all finished, and we'll be back for game 4.